What's good? How you doing? It's your girl D back with another video. So I picked up some of the new Too Faced Peaches and Cream items. They just dropped, I believe, the 31st, maybe? Possibly? I think so. Couldn't remember if it was the 31st for that, and then the first for the candy collection or whatever. Be that as it may, I did mention in my anti-haul that I was not wild about the entire collection, but there are a couple items that did pique my interest. The first being the actual Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I am in the shade, or at least purchased the shade Mahogany. And I'm wondering if the shade line for this is similar to that of the original shades for the Born This Way foundation, because Mahogany in Born This Way was not hitting, but this was okay after the entire face was done. Next up, I also picked up the Peach Blur, the Translucent Smoothing Finishing Powder. And this is a real cute idea. It's real cute, kind of gimmicky. I applied it with a brush, and then I later touched up my face after letting this sit for a little bit just to see, and it does come off with a peachy hue. It's supposed to be blendable for all skin types, all skin tones as well too. But, you know, I'll get into that a little bit later in the video. And then last but not least, I picked up the Peach Mist, the Mattifying Setting Spray, which, you know, has the same weight and dimensions as that of the Hangover Coconut Spray, that setting spray that is. But this is mattifying. The Hangover Spray can be used as a primer, a setting spray, and then to be a refresher or whatever. This is just straight up setting spray only. But so far, we do seem to be pretty matte. I've been working on editing other videos, but I've deliberately kept this face on to see how things are wearing. I've had this makeup on for almost 2 hours now. I don't plan to go anywhere because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, but you know, whatever. Anyway, so if you want to see how everything works, just get my first impressions and initial thoughts on it, stay tuned after the jump. You know, I wonder if the shade range for the Peach Perfect foundations are the same as that of the Born This Way foundations. But anyway, so looking at this new Peach Perfect, this is a Comfort Matte Foundation. It is infused with peach and sweet fig cream. We have the darker shade that they offer, which is Mahogany. And I swatched this and it seemed okay, but you know how sometimes you look at something in the store and then you get home and you're like, so we're gonna see. Comes in a tube, which is quite cute, with a pump here. So let's try this out, shall we? And this is also a medium coverage. You can easily build it to full if you would like. Ooh. You know, I mess with full coverage so much that I kind of forget what medium coverage is like. Like, we seeing all kinds of flaws and stuff come through. But it really did go on matte. Very much did. Oh, okay. As we're building, it's giving a little bit of an orange cast. The one thing that I didn't do when buying this was to let it oxidize, so I am going to let this completely set. I do like the coverage. I just don't like how orange it's making me. But we're gonna set for 5 minutes, let it oxidize if it does need to oxidize, and then come back and see if there's been any change. All right, so I've let this oxidize actually for like 10 minutes, and it seems to be settled. In the light, I'm looking on 2 different cameras, and the ring light, even though on my camera it looks like it's pulling a little red, looking in my mirror it seems to be neutral. On my camera, this is the Note 7, we're pulling a little golden. Don't know. We're pretty adequately blended. I do like the finish. I do like the coverage, you know, with it being medium, although I built up just a little bit because I'm used to full coverage just because I've got a lot of hyperpigmentation. I'm all right with it. You know, zoom it in some. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay with this. So, yeah. All right, let's get on to the next product, shall we? So, moving on, we're going to use the Peach Blur Translucent Smoothing Finishing Powder, also infused with peach and sweet fig cream. Peach Blur is the most magical all-over finishing powder ever created. Okay. Achieve the illusion of perfect skin with advanced optical correcting spheres that help smooth harsh lines and blur imperfections in a translucent peach shade that works on all skin tones. Infused with refreshing peach and sweet fig cream, it smells as good as it looks. Now, when I swatched this in store, it literally gave, oh, that's a very pretty package. It gave my cheek a little bit of a glow because I just swatched on one cheek. So let's see. But this is finishing powder. So we want to just go ahead and put this all over. Okay. Interesting. Gimmicky, not gonna lie, gimmicky. But combined with the foundation, I like it. I like it. Okay. We're splotchy. Alright. I can say this is gimmicky. Cute! Or cute, but gimmicky. And last but not least is the Peach Mist Mattifying Setting Spray. It says, shake me, baby. This refreshing peach and sweet fig cream infused setting spray locks down makeup with our exclusive comfort matte finish and helps control oil for a comfortable weightless feel that lasts all day. Okay. Alright, shake well. We did. Pull 6 to 8 inches away from face and mist directly onto skin. We're gonna let this dry, see what happens. Okay, let the fan run and accelerate the drying. So, completed look. I did actually use the original Sweet Peach palette for this eyeshadow look. These lashes belong to Tarte. These are the center of attention, because I am the center of attention. Yeah, so okay, then, you know, and then my blush and highlight is from Becca. This is the Sun Chaser palette. I just picked this up from Ulta today. So I have to say, I'm not dedicatedly impressed. I was interested in the products. I did want to try them. I didn't want to try the entire collection because there's also a variety of actual regular matte lipsticks. There's also multiple color blushes, individual blushes, and then there's, I think, with a primer. I think there might have been a primer as well. So these are just the ones that caught my eye. And I have to say, it's not enough to sway me. The foundation I was pretty pleased with. I'm typically a more full coverage kind of gal, so I feel like for me to get the finish that I like for my typical face of makeup, that I go through that foundation pretty quick. But I do have to say, I like the fact that it's in this tube. Traditional bottles of foundation, an actual bottle, you're not going to be able to get that last little bit of product out. But for this, since this is in a tube, you could actually squeeze it enough to distribute the product accordingly. And then, even when you're completely done, go ahead and just snip this off to get the last little bit out, like you do toothpaste or lotion, if you've ever gone that route of being extra thrifty. If not, perfectly fine, no judgment. But I do have to do some more research on this shade range, because Mahogany in the Born This Way was not the right shade for me. Yet now that we've set the entire face, this looks pretty good, I have to say. I'm not getting too much discoloration. We've got everything set and lovely. I'm pretty pleased with how it is that I look overall. As for this blurring powder, this translucent smoothing finishing powder, I like the little hints of sparkle that it has in here. I think it's nice to have like a exceedingly subtle, like just like maybe twinkle twinkle little star, just one star, you know, here and there. We don't need constellations of sparkle, but you know, a couple stars here and there. I think that is nice. It does feel gimmicky though. You know, I'm so used to using just my translucent medium deep setting powder from Laura Mercier, though I like it. I can't really tell if it did or didn't make a difference, so I may need to wear it a couple more times and use some different brushes to apply it to see necessarily if there is a difference in the grade of quality, or if it honest and truthfully is just a gimmick. As for the setting spray, you really can't fuck up a setting spray. But one series that I'm going to bring you guys once the weather breaks and I don't have to worry about sweating is the adventures of setting sprays. So I did the adventures of foundation in the middle of winter last year. So I'm going to do the adventures of setting sprays and bring you guys performance of how it is that certain setting sprays work. So I'm happy to have this on hand. It feels essentially the same like the Hangover coconut spray. Not much of a difference. It does smell lovely. It feels lovely as well too. So I gotta say, it's not horrible. I think that this would probably be a solid investment if you don't have a higher grade setting spray in your arsenal already. But I will bring you a actual dedicated review on a full day's worth of makeup using this at a later date and time. For initial thoughts with these pieces of the Peaches and Cream collection, it's okay. I'm not, going to be fighting for the entire collection, although I will give Jared Blandino and Too Faced a couple points for actually having this available in store instead of online first and then in store like 2 to 3 weeks later. Though he did drop a couple items early. I think the eyeshadow palette he dropped early, and then it was the bronzer he dropped early too. But those are not items that I was interested in, though Tamiko got the eyeshadow palette and it looks good for her. I'm pleased with the Sweet Peach and will always be pleased with this and the variety of colors that are in here. Though those peachy mattes, they're pretty, just not for me. Anyways, the foundation will run you $36, the spray will run you $32, and the powder will run you $30. Yep, I was right. So the foundation is $36, the setting spray is $32, and the powder is $30. And you can get that. This is a line that is exclusively at Sephora as well as Too Faced site too. Anyways, as always, thank you ever so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions or suggestions, hit your girl up in the comment section. If you are new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'd love to see you back on my channel. But if you're not here for me, my shenanigans, my opinions, or fligging use of the word motherfucker, that's fine. There is an X in that corner for you to click, get your life, and get the entire fuck up off my channel. But if you are here for my shenanigans, you are beautiful, amazing, wonderful, spectacular. And if no one else has told you, I appreciate you. You guys have a wonderful night.